Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Here on Roadside2islam, we got our brother Freeway here from Philadelphia. For the viewers who may not know you, can you tell us a little bit about yourself, a little bit about your background, where you come from, and what have you?
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. My name is Brother Basil. I'm publicly known as Freeway. I'm a recording artist from the United States. I'm from a city called Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. The city where I grew up at is probably one of the largest cities in the United States with an Islamic community. You know, I'm originally from West Philly. When I was like 13 or 14, I moved to North Philly. When I moved to North Philly, I moved to a neighborhood where it was two masjids. It was Al-Aqsa Masjid and Albanian Masjid. Prior to that, you know, when I was a little kid, my dad had me in this church. It was called the Nation of Akibalan, and it basically was real jacked up. Like they had their own prophet. Like, you know, it was like they believed in polygamy, but it was the way that they was doing it was like crazy. You know what I'm saying? We went there every Sunday, and basically that was my religion. That's what I knew. My mom was Christian, my dad was that. You know, so I was struggling between my mom and my dad. Yeah. You know, like I go to my grandma's house, she'd be like, "Boy, you can eat that pork. Don't worry about what your dad say." But when I give my dad like, "Don't eat no pork," like, you know. But what they was on was jacked up. Like I told you, they had a brother that I'm sitting with you, and he was their prophet. You know, so it was crazy. But when I came of age and I came able to realize the difference between right and wrong, I started studying Islam. And you know, once I found Islam, I realized that everything made sense in Islam. There was no blind following. I didn't have to like just believe. Like if it was something that I wanted to know, it was right there, and I could trace back to where it came from. You know, so.
All right, before you get into that, let's go a little bit back before your life. Like when you were in school, you were in college. What was your life like then? What was the environment you were living in? What was it like?
I mean,
growing up in Philadelphia?
It was rough. Like in Philadelphia, is rough. Like, you know, out of 20 friends that I grew up with, it's probably like 6 of us left. You know, a lot of people shot dead. You know, in jail. Like it's rough. Like, you know, my first cousin that I grew up with got killed by the cops. You know what I'm saying? And his sister died from a kidney disease within, like, this all happened within like 6 months. You know, it's crazy. A lot of my friends that I grew up with, run around, play with, are dead. They're no longer here, you know, so it definitely was rough. It definitely was rough times, man, you know. Once I moved to North Philly, I went to a school called Kensington High, and it was like multi-racial. There was a lot of different races in there. There was a brother in there from Pakistan, his name was Keith. And like I took to him, like we would just, like when it was time to make salat, like we had the school on lock. When it was time to make salat, they shut it down for us and let us pray in the auditorium and all that, you know what I'm saying? Serious? So yeah, we had it on lock. So he was telling me a little bit about his background and things that they went through, and the wars and stuff that they went through. And it was crazy, but for me, it was just as crazy in Philly, you know, because I've been shot at, you know, jail, you know, fights, all kinds of, it's just madness where I'm from. And to the day, it's still the same way. You know, when I call home, there's always a couple people who got shot. You know, it's just madness, man.
Like I speak to a few people in Philadelphia, and they told me about the environment. Alhamdulillah, we see that a lot of people are Muslim there.
Yeah, definitely.
But in regards to gun crime and knife crime, why is it so rife there, even though there's such a big Muslim community?
It's just hard, man. It's where I'm from. Like I'm like the picture of success, you know, because I made it out. You know what I mean? Niggas got 40 pounds out there, baby.
Get this shit right, baby. Get it right. My little brother walk out the door to school 6 in the morning, and they shoot at him as he's going to school. So you got to think, be up that early in the morning just, you know what I'm saying, to do some cruel shit like that.
We've been burying one of our friends, one of our comrades, and we've had shootouts at the funeral where another one of our homeboys gets killed at the funeral. You did?
A lot of people don't get those opportunities. I'm probably like one of the only ones out of my neighborhood that made that happen. You know what I'm saying? So it's definitely rough. Like it's not many opportunities. It's not many opportunities to get jobs. And you know, if you ain't got a job and all you know is hitting somebody upside the head and taking their money, and that's what you're gonna do. You know?
So look, when you were in school and whatnot, obviously the viewers know you're in the music industry.
Yeah.
Now, we know you were signed to Jay Z. You were around very successful people in that music industry. Was music something that you always wanted to get into? Is that something you always wanted to aspire to be?
When I was a child, there's two things that I wanted to be. I wanted to be a rapper, and I wanted to be an airline pilot. You know what I'm saying? Those were my dreams. Like, you know, when you're in school and the teacher be like, what do you want to be when you grow up? Those are the two things that I wanted to be, because I was always amazed with flying, and I always wanted to rap. Like, you know, I always, like, 3rd, 4th grade, I used to, like, do poetry. I was, like, always getting A's in music class. You know, I always had a passion for it, you know, so those are the two things that I wanted to do. And now that I'm a rapper, I fly just as much as an airline pilot, so.
I hear that. So, all right, cool. Now, we know, since you've been a rapper, not the whole time, because I used to follow you before I was even a Muslim, and it wasn't apparent that you were a Muslim. It's like one stage, it's like it came out, it was right, you were making it known that you were Muslim, that Islam is your religion. So what stage in your life did you start taking the religion more serious? Because even a lot of people follow you online and whatnot, you see you're always making it known that you're a Muslim.
As I got older, I always been Muslim. Like I think I took Shahada, I probably was like 13 or something like that when I took Shahada. I always been Muslim, but as you get older and as you mature as a man, you know you have to start taking things serious, you know, so I really started taking my religion serious probably like 2002, 2003, you know. I made Umrah, you know, I went to Saudi, and it was like in the middle of me being like, rock the mic, what we do is popping. Like my trip to Saudi, like, it taught me a lot of patience, because I went with a trip in Philly. We do like packages where people could take Umrah trips, and I went on an Umrah trip with a bunch of brothers, you know, and I shared a room with people, and I just was doing what everybody else doing, in the middle of me being on the top of charts, you know what I'm saying? So it taught me a lot of patience, mashallah. It definitely humbled me a lot, you know, just being over there and seeing everybody is the same, you know what I'm saying? It really humbled me.
All right, Free, I'm going to be real with you. Obviously, you know and I know, in regards to the religion of Islam, there's a problem when it comes to the music. Obviously, we know the music's haram and whatnot, and obviously, we know recently some people have been trying to give you some stick.
Definitely.
You understand? So we want to know, like, what is it like for you being in the music industry? Because obviously, I'm speaking to you behind the scenes. I know something that a lot of the viewers don't know. So what is it like, the struggle of you being a Muslim and being in the music industry?
It's definitely a struggle. It is one of my main struggles, you know, because imagine you doing something every day that you know is wrong, you know, and it's just like, it really, really, like, gets to me, man, you know, and, like, I do me, I rap, and I'm Muslim because I'm Muslim. I try my best to rap the truth. I talk about things that I see, things that I've been through, you know, and I'm not perfect, I'm no sheikh, you know what I'm saying, I'm no saint, I'm not perfect, I'm constantly in need of reconciliation, you know what I'm saying, but my faith is not. That's one thing I know.
Something that you don't compromise. Like, for example, you just said there, obviously, you rap what you see in it. But you know, like, some people might be taking that message wrong, because obviously you might be rapping and a lot of young Muslims follow you, and man be talking about man busting their gun and whatnot. So you might be thinking, is that what Free's promoting? Are you promoting that lifestyle?
That's not what I'm promoting. I try to give people both sides, the positive and the negative. Like, one of my biggest records, even though what we do is wrong, you know what I'm saying, it's telling you right then and there, like, I know what I'm doing is wrong, but I want to get myself together, inshallah, you know what I'm saying? So if you listen to the lyrics, you can see what I'm saying, you know what I'm saying? So
something shocked me the other day when I was with you the other night, and I noticed after the event you were like quick, like rushing, like, listen, we need to go and pray, join us salah. Like, a lot of people might see you and they think, well, Free don't pray, Free.
Man, listen, let me tell you something. Wallahi, I can't remember the last time I missed a salah. Wallahi, I can't. I can remember a time where I didn't make salah. Like, I can remember a time where I was running around with Jay and them, and I was like when I first got famous, I was running around doing everything, like, you know what I'm saying? But mashallah, I started maturing and I started getting myself together. I can't tell you the last time I missed a salah. Wallahi.
Another thing, what amazed me when I looked online, I see like all the brothers that you're around, like Beanie Siegel, all the people on State Property. It seems like all of them become Muslim.
Man, Beans is Muslim, man. Beans just came home. He has a wife, he has children, he's Muslim. Like, he's struggling with the same thing I'm struggling. Wallahi, I just had a conversation with Beans, and he don't even know if he want to get back into the music. And he like, if we do this, we got to make one more run and get out of it. Wallahi, like, that's what we on. Like, you know what I'm saying? And
you see what it is for you. You got to understand, for the viewers, like, obviously you're here on Roadside to Islam today. a lot of people don't see you like this. You understand? Because maybe a lot of the people that you're doing interviews for, they got the different agenda. So we're trying to bring the realest to the people, so let them see what's really going on here. You understand? We want to see Free for who Free is, not the entertainer. We want to see for who you are as an individual, as a person who's struggling. And even like I get into debates with brothers and like, you know, about Free's promoting that life. That's why I want to give you the opportunity to defend yourself.
We all have struggles, man. But this music, this is my struggle. You know, this is definitely one of my struggles, man. That's why I try to do things like you know, I wake up every morning for Fudger. I got this thing in the States where I do Team Early. That's my movement. You know,
I see on Instagram. I see.
And even though there's a lot of non-Muslims that follow me, I try to give them an encouraging word every morning around Fudger.
No doubt.
And they're starting to pick up. And then some people might hit me like, "Yo, Free, why are you up so early sending out messages?" Then that's a lane for me to explain to them, well, this is Islam. I'm waking up for Fudger prayer. That's the first prayer of the day. So that's why I'm always up every morning, and I feel as though it's important for me to give back. So that's why I try to give some positive words every day. You know?
Because what amazes me as well, even when like I follow brother Jack Frost as well, the beard gang thing and all that, I always notice that the brothers always, even though regardless of what you lot are doing, is always promoting, I'm in the masjid, I'm praying and whatnot. It fascinates me because from the outside you don't know what to expect, because obviously we're seeing you on music records with big artists, we're seeing you on television, so we're not thinking that, you know, is that side of you real? You understand what I'm trying to say to you? So when we see you like promoting that stuff, a lot of people are confused. That's why we wanted to give you the opportunity to let the viewers know
I understand that.
This is your struggle, isn't it? Do you understand? Because at the end of the day, it's not for me to defend you. You need to defend yourself and let the people know, because people don't know you like this, Free. People don't know you to talk you to the side and don't get the opportunity to hear you, how you feel or what you're going through. So on the end note, I want you to, not even on the end note, I wanted to ask you another question, in regards to Philadelphia. Something what amazed me. How come even the non-Muslims be growing their beard, wearing trousers above their ankles? How did all this start? Because we're confused over here.
It's such a large Islamic community in Philadelphia that if you're around something, there's so many Muslims out there that even the non-Muslims are growing their beards, you know, and wearing
trousers above the ankles,
above the ankles and everything. You know, it's just the influence of the Muslims, you know. So
I don't know.
It's crazy. You be walking through the streets, you're like, sound like I'm out, beard bigger than mine. They be like, I ain't Muslim. You know, so, but it's definitely a lot of Muslims out there. You know, it's a lot of striving brothers out there. You know, trying to do the right thing, man. And I'm one of them. You know?
Okay, on the end note, what advice have you got to like the young people who watch you, for the people who are inspiring, especially in particular the Muslim youth who want to get into the music industry, who want to live this gangster, rude boy, bad boy lifestyle? What advice have you got to them?
I don't suggest it to nobody. Like I told y'all, this is a struggle that I'm going through, and me personally, this was my way. The music was my way out. This is what I wanted to do from even before I knew music was around. Imagine I was Muslim since I was like 13 or 14. Nobody told me music was around till I had hit records on the radio. So imagine how that felt to me. Like I'm struggling, striving to do something. I think I'm doing something good. Like I bought my mama a house. You know what I'm saying? I'm doing all this and all that. You know what I'm saying? I got myself out the hood. You know, I'm feeding my kids off of this, and then all of a sudden I find out that it's haram and it's something that I shouldn't even be doing. Like, you know.
So this was like your avenue. This was your path to get out of the hood.
Yeah, this was my way to get out the hood. And to the average person, it's the best way. Like, you know, people who wouldn't want to be a star, you know, who wouldn't want to do what I'm doing with the music, you know. So it's definitely a struggle, man. It's definitely a struggle.
So what advice have you got to the Muslim kids? What would you say to them?
I would suggest to try to do something else. Music is, you should definitely try to stay away from, you shouldn't even try, you should definitely stay away from music, because you know what it is. You know it's not right. Me, I'm doing the best that I can do. That's why I'm starting other things. Like I got this business, the best beard cream. I started a beard cream business, you know.
Yeah, mashallah.
I brought one for you too.
Yeah,
you know, and it's doing pretty good, mashallah. You know, and I'm trying to open up some other avenues and take some other routes and do some other things, you know. So, inshallah, eventually I can leave it alone, you know.
Okay, at the end of the day, we pray and we also ask my time to make it easy for you. At the end of the day, this is your voice, this is your view, this is your opportunity to tell the people. So, for the people who have got views on Freeway and whatnot, you heard it from the man himself. He's telling you he's going through the struggle.
Let me tell you something else too. My father that had me upon that jacked up religion took Shahada. 2 years ago, mashallah.
MashaAllah.
Inshallah, next year we gonna make Hajj together.
Inshallah, inshallah, inshallah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's never over for nobody. It's never too late for nobody, man. You know, so.
So like at the end of the day, we're gonna end on that note. Like I said, barakallah feet for coming and giving us your voice today. And we hope the viewers here at Roadside2islam can take on what our brother Freeway is saying in regards to the music industry. It's not a pathway that you want to go down. It's not something that we want to encourage any of the young people to go through. This is his struggle. He's trying to get out and he's still going through it. So we advise the brothers and sisters to offer the brother. Barakallah feekum. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
You want answers! I want the truth! You can't handle the truth! Press the button.
Music make you lose control. This product not yet ready.